Welcome back to my channel, I guess. This is my first sketchbook tour that I've ever done, so I don't know how well this is gonna go. This sketchbook has seen some things, definitely. Seen many things. This sketchbook took me way too long to finish, to be honest. I think I officially retired it November 2025, and I started it January 2023. So almost 3 whole years. It's not completely full, but it is in a bad state. A really bad state. So I decided to retire it, give it, an early retirement. So if I just show the side, it really gives you an idea of what it's been through. So yeah, she's been through a lot. This train ticket is just there so I don't dox myself. Because that would be brilliant. So I'll go through what's on the front cover first, I guess. This sticker was a picture I took in a park near where I used to live on a camera that belonged to someone I used to be friends with. And then this is a piece of artwork of Michael Schumacher, the F1 driver, that I found on Pinterest in year 11. This is a random mushroom sticker I got in a massive pack of like 200. This is just a Royal Shark sticker. Again, I got it in a random pack somewhere. And then there's like a little postcard that I just wrote like my name on. And then on this side I wrote my address, which obviously I'm not showing. And then just like a little raccoon sticker and a little sun. And then this sticker, yeah, there we go. It's a 10p sticker from the co-op. And this clearance sticker, I have no clue what it's from, but it's been there so long that it's actually kind of embedded into the sketchbook now. And then we've got some fragile tape kind of holding it together. And then a little jellyfish and some little stars I've drawn on. This was a star. It's seen better days, clearly. And then the back just has a few odd bits, a butterfly, little odd £10 sticker, and some like buy mushrooms. I don't know why I didn't put that there. Another just random mushroom sticker, and then the label off of a Posca pen, I believe. Yeah. So with that, I will get started. Now, I would say that I didn't get good at art for a long time with the sketchbook. I would say it took me over a year and a half to get good at art for this sketchbook. So the first part is rough, and there will probably be many pages that I just block out in editing because they are awful or I hate them. So I'll go ahead and get started. So, as you can tell, it was a rough start to the sketchbook. So originally it was meant to be kind of a sketchbook slash scrapbook. So this is like a little watercolour mushroom painting I did. And this was the date I started it, the 15th of January 2023. This was a bottle of clear nail varnish that I drew. I don't know why. This is the logo off of a Monster can. I believe it was off of a Monarch can because that was all I used to drink in year 11. Either that or watermelon. Nope, that's Monarch. And then this is a ticket from an arcade. This was like a lesbian pride flag bracelet I made. This was a blob of paint that someone left on a tile in my art class at GCSE, and I just peeled it off, and because I was trying to do like warm colours and cool colours, so it just ended up in here. I think that was like almost like one of the first things on this page. And then a little like £1.50 sales sticker from the works, probably from a tube of paint. And then this, it's like a kind of bit of gauze or something that I drew a smiley face on. I don't really know. A lot of the start of the sketchbook is I don't really know. And then we get to this side. We've got like a little mushroom sketch. I think I did this on a cadet trip. Or it's definitely on the paper I got from cadets. Because you could only use like certain pens on it. Like biro did not work on this paper ever. And then another little like butterfly sticker. Some random like odd buttons I had. This was from like an anti-bullying leaflet, I think. And I just thought it was funny to include because I was very much bullied. And then this is an eclairs wrapper. How it has survived, I don't know. It used to go across like all the way over here, but then by using the hairdryer on the sketchbook, it has devolved quite a lot. This was me trying to recreate this paint blob and failing. So this is just random blobs of paint on a page. This is another chocolate wrapper. I have no clue what it's for. I would guess it's Cadbury of some kind. And then this panel is part of the blazer of the boy I sat next to in maths because he knew I did art and he literally had this panel like hanging out of his blazer because it was ripped, and so he cut it out and just said like, oh, you can use that for something. And so I glued it in the first page of my scrapbook, and yeah, I don't really know why I did that, but he thought it was really funny at the time, so there we go. There used to be more buttons over here, I think, and up here, but I think they all fell off over time. Again, the sketchbook's been through a lot, which I will get to a bit later. So yeah. The next page. Okay, this page I actually am like quite proud of both of these, except the amount of water damage that this one has. This is what I mean when I say this sketchbook is falling apart. I shouldn't be able to see that on the second page ever, but oh well. This page was inspired by Frog by Cave Town because I believe it like just come out. That's gonna have to get covered in post because that is my dad's work. So this is like the lyrics. This is a random frog drawing I did at my granddad's. It kind of looks like the intellectual property frog without the, like if it was blue kind of thing. This I found on the back of a chair in high school and I peeled it off to put on this page. And then this was just like a random sticker I had. I don't know what it is really. And then the background, I think this is like part of a tissue box or something. I don't know, it was kind of a mess. And it's just like a random drawing, and this is that same like paper from cadets that no one could ever get to write on. This was a practice for a painting I did for GCSE, where I was trying to do a piece inspired by like window drawings on car windows. So you can kind of see like some lights, and then there's like a little heart and smiley face, and I just kind of went like that for the finger streaks. I think there might be some more blobs up here, but I can't tell at all because the sun has just come out, which is great. And then I did lyrics from Car Lights by James Marriott, which you can't really tell that it's song lyrics, but that song meant a lot to me back then, so I wrote it in. And actually, I think it came out better than whatever I did for my GCSE sketchbook, but I don't remember the other, like the actual painting. I only ever remember this, but I see this a lot more, so I will have to look back and see. So going on to the next page. Now this page has a lot of water damage and coffee damage. because in year 11 I was very addicted to coffee staining pages, as we will see. This was Louis Tomlinson. It was meant to be like a spread of Louis Tomlinson, but it never ended up getting finished. I have gone in and touched up some of the parts over the years where it got damaged. So like the black alcohol marker in like the corners. That damage I can't. There's no point me fixing because every time I fixed it, it just got more damaged. But I used to quite like this. This used to be like one of my best drawings ever. So yeah. Okay, this page is actually quite funny. So this side is very clearly, well, not very clearly, based on my emo pivot. This is Niall, also from One Direction. Yeah, again, I was trying to do like the whole like checked thing. But then we see this side, and you go, what the fuck is that? This is a pencil case. That over the years I have shoved many like odd items in that I either intended to use or fell out. I honestly couldn't even tell you what's in here. Oh, my bus pass is in here. This is from some chocolate coins I got in Italy that were stuck in and fell out. I think there's a caramel wrapper in here. I don't know. I think it is. And there's like a few other odd bits in there. There's quite a few of them chocolate coin wrappers though. Here we go. Hang on. So moving on. This page I never finished. It's meant to be a train. Can you tell I liked James Marriott quite a lot in year 11 because this was meant to be a sleeping on trains page. And then this page is just all random tickets to stuff. This was How to Train Your Dragon 3, which for many years was the last film I saw. This is from HMS Belfast. This is year 7. Yeah, all of this was when I was in like year 7. This was when I went to go and see Matilda with all the people who I was in the school show with. This is my tube map. And then in here there's a random train ticket. This isn't my train ticket. I found it randomly once at the hospital car park. And I thought it was funny to stick it in because it was like a travel page. So yeah. Okay. Now this page has quite a bit of explaining. This page is based on Canyon Moon by Harry Styles. Can you tell what band I liked in year 11 other than James Marriott? But I didn't really have a concept for it. It was meant to be kind of like mountains or trees or something on the sides. I think I did it in gouache or watercolor or something. And you got the moon, and it's meant to be like a windowsill. And then I've got very faint lyrics, so I keep thinking back to the time under the canyon moon. And then on this side, is some raccoon drawings. Now I love raccoons, but do I like this page? No. Because all I did was go through Pinterest and find some raccoon drawings. Then I added some lyrics. This is Smoking Cigarettes on the Roof, which is from a Girl in Red song. I couldn't tell you what one. And then this is from Wanna Be Yours by Arctic Monkeys. And honestly, now I'm saying that, I'm not even sure if that's what the song is called. So, yeah. Honestly, this one did turn out quite good because this is on like a clear post-it note. Or like, I don't think the drawing is. Actually, it might be. Wait. The drawing is on a clear post-it note. What the hell? Okay, pop off. And then the red probably was Sharpie. So, yeah. Coffee! Yeah. Yeah! Because every 15-year-olds should be allowed to use coffee in their sketchbook. Um, this was meant to be my Dead Poet Society double spread, and I clearly never finished this side. And then on this side, I wrote the poem that they have at the front of the book by Henry David Thoreau. I don't remember the name of the painting. But then on the windowsill was meant to be like Neil's window. If you know, you know. And this is like all the members of the Dead Poets Society, including Mr. Keating. I did intend to cross out Charlie Dalton and write No Wonder, but No Wonder is kind of a problematic name, so I never ended up doing that. We are entirely skipping the next page. This is when I was in year 12. So I took a very large break from doing art when I started sixth form. And I think it shows. Because what is this? Realistically, what is this? All I remember is that I was off ill when I did this double page. And I think it shows. Because it looks like I was on drugs. Like, this is every indie kid in 2020 trying to be edgy by drawing like eyes on a mushroom with rainbows. Again, you can see the water damage on both pages. And then this page was, well, obviously inspired by 5 Seconds of Summer. This was when I was like a brand new fan. So it was meant to be like Outer Space Carry On. And then the rainbow, I don't know what is that. I don't know what that's there for. And the checkerboard was because on their last tour, I think it was the Take My Hand tour, they had like a checkerboard stuff kind of throughout the whole shows. So yeah, this yeah, moving on. Again, this page is meant to be Outer Space Carry On. Nothing says that though. You know what I mean? And then this. Let me check I'm in frame before I start doing this. There we go. This was meant to be Lover of Mine by 5 Seconds of Summer, and it was meant to be like collagey. This I hand drew, which this turned out so well, and I'm so mad. Again, it's kind of a mishmash. This was like eyes from a newspaper. I don't know. There's nothing that says they should be there. I don't know why there's a random flower. The butterflies make sense. And then, yeah, I never finished this, funnily enough. This is another bastardizing 5 lyrics page. Okay, this was Italy 2024. So by this point, my sketchbook is a year old, and I took it to Italy. I think I'd done this sketch just before going, but I hadn't coloured it in or anything. And I must have done the stamps when I got back. So me and one of the girls I was friends with at the time, we put a whole bunch of like graffiti stickers that said Toad around in like Naples, Sorrento, etc. I don't even know if I'm in frame again. Hang on. So sorry. So I don't know. I was going through some like edgy times. I've got like a camera that was, I think it was meant to be my camera. But I don't know because I didn't even take my camera on the trip. And then like skateboarding stickers and random like song lyrics. It looks like fake deep. I'm gonna be honest. And then I've got like a lighter that says cigarettes after what? Because I don't know. And then this page. This was a random Polaroid that the same girl who I did these with took, because she took her Polaroid camera, and that was meant to be in like some dark tunnel. I don't know because I didn't go in it, and it's the only picture I have from the whole trip, like on Polaroid. And I know she has a Polaroid of the two of us together. And it used to be her profile picture. Yay. Again, this is like the chocolate coin. This was from the restaurant we went to. I don't even know if this is my receipt, because I didn't buy any lemon jello. This could have been the t-shirt I got, actually. This could have been the t-shirt I bought. I don't remember. Then this is from something completely unrelated, and I don't know what it was, but it was my mum's that she had like a few months ago, like on a t-shirt or something, so I stole it. I don't know why, but there we go. This is where I started getting my style, and this is also the start of Michael Clifford being here a lot. So this was some like random pictures of him. I was trying to do like a very like blocky style. It doesn't last very long. You can kind of see it peeking through sometimes now, but this was the start of me being like, oh, I like doing like collages. I like drawing on graph paper still. That is something that has stayed. I didn't use it I haven't used it in like ages though, because I lost mine and then I only found it the other day. And then we've got some like random like music stickers and stuff. And then like his name in stamps. And then this was lyrics from 18, but I got really mad at myself because I could have done EIGHTEEN rather than whatever this is. But it's meant to say I'm so sick of waiting till I'm 18. Because I was like the only one of my friends that wasn't 17, so I was like, oh, I relate to 18 by 5 sauce so much. No, I don't. No, I don't. No, I didn't. Anyway, this drawing I kinda like, but I'm not even sure if it's him. Because I've never seen the picture I referenced ever since that. So if it is him, I'm so sorry. I don't remember. This was meant to be like trying to improve my style in like a similar vein to this page. I hate this. It says breathing you in like there's no air in the world, which I made up on the spot. And I hate it. And we're gonna move on. This is Luke Hemmings, because this would have been around April, which is when he announced Shakes from his second solo album. And this is like a picture from like the video that was released. And I really hate this drawing because why is he that wide? I don't know. Also, if you've noticed, I don't draw heads. That stays the same because I can't draw like facial features at all. So, if you've noticed that, well done. And that's gonna stay. I think there is maybe one page. So yeah. So I really hate this page. And also, this is meant to be a lamppost. It doesn't. It looks like, I don't know, a mess. Because I did the yellow straight onto the blue paper as well. So I don't know. This was meant to be a 5 sauce page. This was me practicing graffiti styles. We're moving on. This was me. Okay, so this I actually do really like. Because I was just really into graffiti. And I was watching, I think it's called Risk 12. It's a YouTube channel. And they like spray paint like train cars. And I think that's really cool. And so I was trying to do a piece like that. And then I did another one and kind of like the opposite. Again, best I've ever done it. And I've never been that good at doing graffiti since. I need you to prepare yourself for the next page, and also trigger warning for fake blood. Well, this is where it gets interesting. Ironically, this isn't long before I get good. This was me cutting up fragile tape and thinking it was deep. Free rage, fail life. I don't know. This was Blood on the Drums by Ashton Irwin, because again, that had like just come out for his solo music. There was another stick here. It came out in about March 2025, at some point during a performance of Charlie and the Chocolate Factory, because my sketchbook got used as a prop that got thrown across the stage. So that's where that went, and I've just never bothered replacing it. And all of this is like lyrics and then like little broken up pieces of lollipops too. I don't know. I hate it. We're moving on. This page is blank. This is unfinished, clearly. This was meant to be a bunch of different pictures from my friend's Instagram account. And I never finished it. So yeah. Now this is where it gets good. This is where I become an artist. Doing 2 years of art GCSE has nothing on me. This was summer 2024. And this is where I got good at art. So, I Do What I Want, I'm Punk Rock is a quote from Michael Clifford. And if you know anything about 5 Seconds of Summer, and you know that they are currently on tour and that everyone's a star tour, then you may or may not know that they are doing law drops during every concert currently. And I went to go and see them in London at the O2. And the law drop for my show was I Do What I Want, I'm Punk Rock. And that, like, this quote already meant, like, a stupid amount to me, like, way more than it should for a quote from, like, 2013. That was, like, just a throwaway line. But I've always kind of loved this quote, like, ever since I learned it, or, like, learned about it. So, yeah. And then these are random people from Pinterest. I'm so sorry. That is going to be a trend. I will try and find the reference pictures. But, yeah. And then the next page is what I consider my best art ever. This took me weeks. And I've never done anything as good ever again. I've never done a double spread again. This is Friday I'm in Love lyrics. Again, these are random people from Pinterest. I did it on brown paper. And then I've got like lyrics. This is a post-it note. This is a post-it note. And then all these like little thin strips are post-it notes as well. And these two. This page section is from a weekly diary kind of thing, like a weekly planner. And I just thought, because it said Friday, I was like, oh, Friday I'm in love. And then I was doing like mouth sketches because I was trying to actually get good at drawing mouths, but I clearly had a thing for doing mouths with sharp teeth / vampire fangs, which I still do. If I draw them, which is never. But I like looking at them. And then a little iPod. And then the last thing I needed for this page was something here. And then one of the girls at work said I should draw a heart because she also does art. And I had been literally staring at the sketchbook open, and she was like, "What are you doing?" So she was one who advised me to draw a heart. And I'm so glad I did, because it turned out so good. And again, I've never drawn anything this good ever again. So yeah, this page is like my pride and joy. We're now entering October 2024. The reason I know this is because I started watching a wonderful program called Criminal Minds. And if you know me, you know I love Criminal Minds a lot. And I specifically love Dr. Spencer Reid. he will appear quite a lot in the next few pages. This is him with some quotes in black, and then the blue is song lyrics. I think I've got the Smiths and The End Is Near. I don't remember who The End Is Near is by, but I know that this is Heaven Knows I'm Miserable Now by the Smiths. You can know I didn't even have star stickers when I started this, and then I eventually got some. And then, because this was before I even started using like several pieces of paper, I think. And this might be. Oh no, this is a separate piece of paper. Okay, so I was on my layering properly by now. This is like paint pen. And then this is like a quote from the show. If water symbolizes emotion, it suggests the release of the old is necessary to emerge and begin anew. And then I did some like fingerprints in ink. And this is like the same little post-it notes from before. I really like this drawing, but I quite like this one. I think I've drawn this several times, like since then as well, on like my iPad and stuff. Whereas like a little doodle. This page I actually do quite like. It says yes, I'm a genius, and it's got like loads of little maps and stuff because he's kind of a geography nerd. And then I've got like a red thread to connect. Like, I don't know how to describe it. But on crime shows when they always pin stuff together with a red thread. And then I've got his quote, yes, I'm a genius. Because he is. And then I've got some like red fingerprints that are very faint. I think that's my thumbprint. And I've got another one up there. Again, I just thought it was quite cool. And then this is another Spencer Reid page. This one I never actually finished because I didn't know what to put here. But this one says, Lila, believe me when I say this, I've never known a normal day in my entire life. That's a quote from season 1. Yeah. We have another unfinished Spencer Reid page. This one, it used to have like a flap over it from the library. I don't know what happened to that. I think I took it out. It was one of those flaps that like you're meant to stamp to say like the date. And then this is whale sharks that I did in class. Yeah. Now this is Christmas 2024. Yeah. This is more Spencer, Big Shock. This is quotes from him and Garcia. No one gets therapy these days without a healthy dose of medication. What are you implying, Reid? That everyone is medicated. Says him. I also never coloured in his belt. Huh. Anyway. This drawing I did at my aunt's house over Christmas. Same as like the Sudoku. The Sudokus were just out of a random Sudoku book I have. This butterfly is like way too pretty to be on this page. And it's like 3D. But yeah, I never finished this because I just kind of hated this drawing. This one's alright, but it's a bit small. But oh well. Okay. I've seen the next page, and it is the biggest jump scare in the world. This page is a failed Gerard Way page, and I'm not even showing it because it's that bad. This page, however, is a beautiful, stunning masterpiece. Again, I think is one of my best ever. And I'm going to say that about something on the next page as well. Luke Hemmings and the member of Five Sauce. The same one who I did that ugly drawing of earlier. So, this was just pencil sketches, which I do miss doing. And then Boy was the name of his album. This is packaging from a phone charm I got. And then I just got a whole bunch of stickers and like butterflies. Because I don't know what it is, but Luke Hemmings just reminds me of butterflies. And I've never been able to really like pinpoint why. but he does. So yeah, if I draw him, I always surround him in butterflies. Um, yeah, this page kind of sucks. It's Shadow the Hedgehog. I don't completely hate it. I think if this wasn't there, it would be so much better though. Like that, so much better. Oh, what is that? Really good. What is that? So yeah, and then Oscar Piastri. This is the first time I drew F1 in this sketchbook, which is surprising, seeing as I did. Okay, I think it's because I did my final sketchbook at GCSE about Formula One, so I didn't really want to ever draw it again. And then Oscar Piastri existed, and I had to. This is the only time in the sketchbook I've ever drawn like a human head as well, like these two. I don't know why I did. I think it's because I just accidentally did one of them, and I was like, well, I guess I've got to do it for both. He is so cute. Like, he's so cutesy. But yeah, Michael Clifford. This photo shoot I will never get over. It is gorgeous, stunning. Thank you to whoever decided it was an amazing idea to put him in like fake chainmail and give him like the metal gloves and everything. I am forever grateful to you. This page is based around his song Cool, which these letters are actually from. I made a little patch that's like with those letters on. And so I kept like the letters and stuck them in. I love this page so much. Like, there's so much going on, but it's just so cool. And I think this drawing is one of the best I've ever done ever. And then, yeah, I just, I just love this page so much. I don't really have anything to say about it. And this page was just some like random star doodles. I think I'd been seeing the there's an account who I always only ever see on YouTube Shorts, and they do a resetting your attention span kind of thing with Zentangles. And I think I'd been seeing a lot of that, so I did some like star Zentangle kind of things. Oh, and then I went to Brighton. This is from Brighton. This was my view out of the Airbnb window. The seafront is literally like down here. This was some ugly, ugly scaffolding that I think is still there. This is some pictures. This is Morrison. He's an absolutely giant bunny. This was a view like down the seafront. This was the Seeing Twisters at 8:30 in the morning. And then this was like once we got back to mine. Yeah. And then this is more like Brighton vlog kind of thing. So that's like one of my train tickets. This is the receipt from when we got Morrison. It was an exciting trip. We bought Morrison and water. And then I put some like songs: Babylon 5 sauce, English Love Affair 5 sauce, Sleeping on Trains with James Marriott, Emergency Contact, Pierce the Veil. And then this was a picture I took on the train home. Probably gonna have to. No, I can say what town I live in, I think. This was from like the matching key rings we got. This is from some like collecting cards we found, or I found. In like the Morrisons near me. Or like when we were waiting for the bus, actually. So yeah. Callum Hood! Oh my god. I'm actually currently listening to him. It's like a confidence boost. This page is only being held on by this purple paper. Like, I don't know if you can see, but like the whole thing moves with the purple paper. Hang on, let me check I'm in frame still. I'm not. Whoops. This is Callum Hood. He's so stunning and I love him. These are promo looks from his album, like his solo album, Order Chaos Order. I've just got his name. I've got the name of his first single, Don't Forget You Love Me. Devastating. I've got a Red Bull can tab, which I don't know where I got it from. Then just a whole bunch of stickers. This page has lyrics from Pierce the Veil on it. Again, this is one of like the best pages. Again, more random people from Pinterest. I'm so sorry. I really liked the blue can tab, so this one's just a normal can tab covered in nail varnish. Yeah. Now I think this is my best double spread ever, and I will stand by that forever. I think this is more Pierce the Veil lyrics. Heaven is a place here on your floor. Again, more random people from Pinterest. I'm so sorry. Like a mushroom sticker. Like the whole theme of this page is meant to be like green, and then I was like, oh, I'll do this page as red, and this is Austin Knight from Waterparks. Stunning, incredible, amazing. I did this drawing at work, which is some nerve. And I think every time I've drawn him, it's been at work except for once, which will be coming up soon. So it's been a pleasure. Yeah. A bunch of like stickers. I can't draw him without putting a fish on the page. Because he will like I don't know, he bought like some t-shirt at some point that says about fucking fish. So every time I draw him there has to be a fish involved. So yeah. This is Outer Space Carry On lyrics by Five Sauce, hence the like little swirly galaxy kind of thing. Again, more people from Pinterest, I'm so sorry. I quite like this page, but it's not like the best, I don't think. But yeah. This I drew his head on here. This is Lando, which is Oscar's teammate from Formula One. This is the first time I ever used beads in the sketchbook, and I think this must have been. I don't know if he was champion by this point, but this is from his win in Monaco. Yeah. Oh, actually, it might have just been like for Monaco 2025, but he did win the championship last year. So yeah, and I was very proud of that. So yeah, I'm very proud of this page. So yeah. These are my work sketches. So this is all stuff I've drawn at work. Most of them from this place because this was the first work drawing I did, and it was like meant to be like my POV. This is a raccoon. And then this one was one day I'm going to grow wings, a chemical reaction, because that song was trending at the time. So, and I was trying to do like wings and cyber sigillism, and it didn't go very well, but I still kind of like it. This is Sonic. Yeah, it's just Sonic. And then a little raccoon. Like in the original, it's in like a tree, and the tree kind of had a hollow in it that was shaped like a heart. So yeah, that's quite cute. And then this is Michael Clifford. That was a very tiny recent work doodle before I got a specific work sketchbook. So yeah. Now this page is more recent than any other page in the sketchbook, which might go, hey, how did you do that? It's called I Forgot About It. Because I had this background which has not the lyrics, but the text on screen from the Give Me a Break music video. Hello again. This is me. A few days later. I am back to film the end of this video because my phone turned off last time. At some point on this page. I don't know why, so I'm just gonna start again with the explanation and hope for the best. So this was my Michael and Austin Give Me a Break page. Michael Clifford Austin Knight. for ages, I only had the background, this green and blue background, with the words from the music video, like the storyline. So then I was actually going to add some beads on this page, which I might still do at some point. Just that says like give me a break, but I don't know. But yeah, I quite like this page. It works with colours I don't normally use together, especially pink. I very rarely use pink ever, so it was a change. And then on this page we've got Rumple Buttercup. Rumple Buttercup is a character from a book, or the title character of a book by Matthew Gray Gubler, who is the actor for Spencer Reid, who I was drawing a lot back here. Where is he? Oh, yeah. This one. This character is by this actor. So yeah, I quite like Rumple Buttercup. I like made badges of him and stuff, and I quite like drawing him because he's just a silly little guy. So yeah. And this page is from when I went on holiday last year, what this whole like double spread is. So this is from the Oceanarium in Bournemouth. We went to it on the Saturday, I think. And then on the Sunday we went to Monkey World, which is in Dorset. I never actually finished the Monkey World page, purely because I can't draw monkeys, whereas I can draw like manta rays and jellyfish. So yeah. We've got another unfinished page. This one's Michael Clifford and Bloopy. Bloopy is a character from Michael's solo album, Side Quest from last year. So, I think I left it unfinished because I didn't know what lyrics to add or like words around it to add. But yeah, I really like this drawing. I'm really like proud of how it came out. And look Bloopy. But yeah, it's just an unfinished page, as is a theme with me. And this is Austin Knight again. And then so it says like you had your own Austin Knight. Hi. I don't like that I did red on red here, but I don't think I realised until it was too late to change it. So oh well. I did this like the drawing and the words at work, like the sketches for them, and people kept like looking at them all day because I didn't have a chance to put them away until I went on my break. So yeah, and there's the obligatory fish with Austin. So yeah. And this is the last page of this sketchbook, I believe. It should be. Or at least the last page I've like drawn on. So I actually did this, I started this in like October last year, and it was meant to be like a sign-off page. And then I never ever finished it until the other day because I didn't remember ever starting the page. So I did like this drawing at work. Yeah, I did this drawing at work, and then I added like all the stickers and stuff. Whereas like this drawing in the background and all the lyrics were already there because this is Fashion by Michael Clifford. Unsurprising, another Michael Clifford appearance. But yeah. And then all I've got at the back is this is where I used to like colour stuff in. This is my kind of colour swatches. This is my alcohol markers. These are like extras I've bought. I think these were paint pens that dried out long ago and I don't even have anymore. And these are some crayons I've got. And the only other thing I've got is some like random stuff at the back. Got like a random piece of paper. I think there was meant to be a drawing on that, but I don't know what it is. And then this was from Brighton as well, and I brought it back to give to my dad. Then he gave me the envelope. So yeah, that is the last of this sketchbook. So yeah, so thank you for watching. I'll probably do another sketchbook tour kind of soon for the start of my other one, which I would show you, but I don't have it here right now. It's in the living room, and I can't bother to get up. um. So yeah. I don't really know what else to say. Hope you enjoyed. Like, subscribe, all that fun stuff, and yeah. Thank you for watching. Bye.